Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Study of X, the X-Men podcast, where we cover the Krakoan era of X-Men comics. My name is Tim, and with me, as always, is Chris.
Did you know last episode was our 50th episode? We all forgot until someone mentioned it afterwards, and now I wrote a note so we wouldn't forget. So happy 51st episode, everybody.
Yay!
To 100 more.
Woo!
And Sergio.
Hi, hello. Yeah, 50 episodes of excellence.
Yeah. Excellence, get it?
That's my X-Men team.
Excellence. That's a really good name for an X-Men team, actually.
Okay. So, yeah, we got a couple of issues this week, as per usual. Hellions 7 and 8 and New Mutants 14, which kicks off a new kind of soft reboot of New Mutants. Little bit of a new cast.
New cast. It's a very soft reboot.
Yeah, not quite an all new cast, but we do got new people here, and Hellions really Hellions it up.
Yeah, yes, as much as they can, especially Mr. Sinister.
Yeah. So you want to get into that?
Yeah, that sounds good. We're going to start off this episode with Hellions number 7, Whetstone. This was released in December of 2020, one of the last few of those, and is still written by Zeb Wells. Shoutouts to the cover here, which is a very distraught Mr. Sinister crying over his poor, dead Hellions.
He's so sad.
He is. You can tell.
He's very sad. You can tell his heart is broken.
Yeah.
I mean, we even open the issue here with his first line being, "My Hellions are dead," as he's trying to explain to the Quiet Council that they should bring the Hellions back, despite the fact that Resurrection is kind of on pause because of all the stuff with Rockslide. They should make an exception.
Yeah, I think it's mostly because part of the team died in Araco. Well, it was in like the other place.
Yeah, they didn't quite die in Otherworld, so they should be good. We don't have any proof they'll come back all messed up.
He does say they're halted because of a vile superstition, which I guess is, again, the suspicion that they might be similarly screwed up by having not died on Earth.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm guessing it's because of that. Although it seems like they're bringing people back regardless, because like Gorgon's already back, which we do kind of land on here, where Kate whispers to Emma of like, "Hey, aren't we already bringing them back?" And Emma's just like, "Yeah, just let them go on."
As he sobs in the background.
Yeah, he's just sobbing. I really like this line here where Exodus tries to cut him off, and he's just like, "Oh, I was about to honor the names of my dead teammates. Like, did you want me to stop that?" Like. It's
you Mr. I tell the great stories of great mutants and wish to honor them forever.
Yeah. It's a good opening page. But yeah, in the hatchery we're bringing them back to life. And we cannot let Orphan Maker's power come back yet.
Yeah, no. Do not do that. Why? Just don't.
Yeah. Xavier makes a point of, so I would consider almost all mutant powers a gift, except for Peter. Peter has a curse. So, this can't be good.
Yeah, no, I Wells is really good at that, which is, very openly hinting at something horrific, but not going into it. You have that with, oh my gosh, he was just right on the tip of my tongue. He's part of the Locust File. Amino fetus. There we go.
Yeah. The babies, or don't let him.
Don't let him eat ever.
Yeah.
Is this the first time this is brought up regarding Peter? This feels like something that would be core to his character.
I know they definitely mentioned they didn't want his armor being breached before.
Yeah, and I think it's briefly mentioned in a data page where they're kind of explaining who everybody is, but it was a really vague thing of, he needed to keep his armor on, and that was about it.
Yeah. So, we're putting him on hold while we are... Yeah, so we're putting Peter on hold while Nanny constructs some more armor, but it looks like Nanny and Wildchild are good to go. But this...
A little excited and good to go. They cracked out of their eggs before they had a brain.
Yeah, they're They're ready though. They are up and at 'em.
More than ready.
One of them is more than ready. The other one is an egg within an egg, which is one of the funniest images we've seen so far.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, like Wild Child is here just looking normal, but yeah, Nanny is like still half in her egg.
Yeah,
it's just like the arm and leg sticking out.
We're not gonna see what she looks like. That is still a mystery.
Yeah, and they aren't even up yet. But yeah, we get a data page here about the Reki Resurrections.
Ooh, and it's pretty long, but long story short is if you die in Araco, you come back kind of more of yourself, very refined and honed. So as it says here, is Wild Child is more Wild Child, Nanny is more Nanny. So
yep.
it's it is hard to explain. I can get why they put it this way, because as you read this issue and the next one, you're going to see what they mean.
Yeah, they literally
they're refined.
They have become Araco-brained.
Yeah, yes. They're combat ready. They're focused on missions. They are gonna do their job, and that's that.
Yeah, I think that's what this is definitely alluding to some influence from Araco, having some impact on who they come out as.
Yeah, like they're ready to throw down now. And they kind of talk about Orphan Maker again here with like, we almost activated his X gene. That we can't let that happen. We'll have Nanny work on the thing. We'll don't let his X gene activate.
Yeah, I bet that was a really fun moment of everybody doing that, and then Xavier's like, "Wait, no, stop."
We get the Clone Wars note or quote before we kind of head into the actual issue with we must heal ourselves. The peace promised in death is no more.
Oh man, they are Clone Wars quotes, aren't they?
Yeah.
That is totally what they are.
I love just like these like empty platitudes from Nightcrawler. Like I love Nightcrawler, but this is a very funny way to use Nightcrawler quotes.
Yes, it's great, honestly.
Is he writing these in his notebook, do you think?
Yeah.
I think so.
These are all notes on that religion he's totally starting.
So kind of a brief side part here. Over at the White Palace with Emma, Havoc is trying to again negotiate his way out of the Hellions because he doesn't really feel like he belongs in that group of unfortunate individuals. And Emma very bluntly says, "No, you belong there, and you're gonna stay there."
I have been going back and forth on this scene enough if this implies they just got done sleeping together. I don't know where I land on it. I think I come around to no, but him just like sitting on a bed is very odd.
None of those beds lend themselves to sleeping with anyone.
That's what I was thinking too. Like it's like 3 twin beds. Like this is a very odd White Palace setup, which is kind of where I land on like no.
Yeah, it's a weird-ass configuration. That feels more like a healing room or somewhere you would get a massage with other people.
Yeah. I'm not really, like it doesn't even, like, really read like couch. Like, it's...
No.
Yeah, it's very strange. I don't know what this room is, but I'm curious about it. But, yeah, Emma just kind of tells them, like, no, you need to be on this. Alex is that kid that gets put into the troubled class at school and really doesn't want to be there.
And is going to keep asking to please go back to the other class, all while lighting stuff on fire or doing other things that are problematic.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of the problem class.
Empath, Greycrow, and Psylocke are all here, and Empath and Greycrow are having a conversation here about how this is a little bit suspicious how we died, isn't it? And Psylocke is just kind of strong pushing back here, just saying like, no, it's we're not gonna question that. And we're quickly greeted by Wild Child and Nanny walking in, looking angry, and Greycrow being very excited to see him, just saying like, oh yeah, death did you well.
Which they did. Wild Child is standing up straight. He's looking very toned. Nanny's got a new egg look that is extremely sinister.
Yeah.
Somehow more sinister than her last one, despite the last one also being very creepy.
She's got like a cool jacket now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like Greycrow, especially here, like really kind of feels like he's bonding with his teammates, which I think is kind of adorable.
Yeah, and in his own way, he is.
Yeah, like he is like legitimately pleasantly happy to see Wild Child and Nanny. And yeah, Sinister is here. We got a mission to go on.
Yep.
And Orphan Maker can't come. We're still working on him.
Yeah, which is what the mission is, actually. Because Orphan Maker cannot be brought back yet without his protective shell to protect everybody else, we're gonna have to go get Nanny's ship back, because that is where she was able to make the original armor. The problem is her ship is currently being locked down by the Right.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, Tim, do you know anything about the Right?
Yes, kind of. They are. I know about Cameron Hodge. I don't know much about the Right. Cameron Hodge is, I think, the leader of the Right normally. But he started off in X Factor as he is Angel's old like school friend, and the two of them kind of like funded the original X Factor together. But it turns out he secretly hated mutants, and I'm pretty sure the Right is basically just a hate group, or was.
Yes, was and is. It's kind of both.
Yeah.
I mean, you nailed it there. They were introduced in X Factor number 17 in 1987. They're a paramilitary extremist group who wants to openly eradicate all mutants. They are pretty much just Cameron Hodge and all of the Smiley robots that we are going to soon to be seeing. And yeah, he was the once roommate of Angel in college. He did hate mutants, but his jealousy of Angel's success and good looks and fame, all because Angel being a mutant, led him down the path of extremism, and then he created the Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like a big reveal that he was the one leading them, but I can't really remember off the top of my head. But yeah, yep, that's we got to go take down a Right base, but it's okay. It's it doesn't seem like there's anyone there.
Yeah, no signs of life. It's got a defensive wall, probably other stuff, but that should be fine.
I like this little part here where Sinister asks, like, "Hey, Nanny, you want to, say some words? Like, you just tell us why we're doing this mission." She just starts rhyming.
Oh yeah,
like this, like,
yep, just a whole little rhyme.
This like Humpty Dumpty rhyme. Like Sinister just cuts her off and is like, "Okay, no, we none of that."
No, I didn't think you were gonna rhyme. Why are you doing that?
I love it every time Sinister is far enough away that his eyes are basically just pinhole eyes.
Yes,
it's a lot of fun.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's very funny every time they do it.
Yeah, Grey Crow asks if he's leading the team, and he's like, "No, I'm still healing up."
Yeah, the Araco thing was a one-time thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which, of course, we should not be talking about. That's not the point of this discussion. Which, Havoc then walks in on and says, "Hey, I didn't hear everything else, but how did you get us all killed?
Yeah.
What happened in Otherworld?"
And this kind of leads to more of the tension between Grey Crow and Empath, who are still very curious about what the heck happened here. But as they are debating kind of getting violent here, Psylocke sticks a little psi thing in front of them. And Nanny and Wild Child also don't seem super into this whole idea either. And Psylocke just says, like, "All right, get in the jet or I'm going to kill you. That's your choice here." And you get kind of this angry look as we kind of start getting some, like, dividing lines here amongst the Hellions, with Havoc, Grey Crow, and Empath very clearly not being down with this.
Yeah, which, fair for them, because so far it's very clearly been Sinister and everybody else on this group, and now suddenly Psylocke is, quote-unquote, turning against them when they probably did not expect it.
Yeah, it's, Psylocke, who is, again, known as by everybody here to probably be, like, one of the more reasonable people and one of the probably only, like, true blue heroes in the actual group, aside from Havoc, is just blatantly taking Sinister's side, while Wild Child and Nanny are just too focused to actually care. So, yeah, I kind of like this development. It's very interesting, especially seeing Grey Crow and Empath kind of on the same side here, who, have been very much at odds for the first chunk of this comic.
Yes, although it does help that, at least in Empath's case, he does not remember all of that, disagreement. And for Greycrow, he doesn't remember any of Otherworld. So it makes more sense they're on the same side, but I do agree that it is nice to see them actually agree on something.
Yeah. And we're going to get the reveal here of why Psylocke is being so loyal. Do you guys remember Fallen Angels?
Let's go!
Hell yeah, I do.
I cheered when I read this.
It never went away.
It's-
Fallen Angels was with us the entire time.
I stood up, I fist pumped the air.
Yeah, let's go. We even get the name drop of Overclock and Apoth.
Yeah,
I was so happy.
We back, baby. Like-
This is cameo number 1 that I'm extremely excited about.
Yeah.
From this episode. And you probably know what the second one is.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, just a quick thing. If you did not read Fallen Angels, which, you know...
You should.
You should. That is the first thing, is you should. It was a very, very short-lived comic at the start of this era of Krakoa, where a couple of mutants got together around a infinite dancing fire pit, and then tried to stop a AI becoming a god by using electronic drugs.
Yeah. Overclock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kids be on their phone too much.
It killed Psylocke's daughter. She was very upset about it and went on a mission for revenge. Apparently, the overclock thing she gave to Sinister contained her daughter's mind. It just made a backup of her. So she is alive technically in this machine.
Which is rendered as a DNA double-strand thing?
Yeah, like a little
helix?
double helix thing, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Sinister could have given her a face or a body, but he wanted to do maximum damage here.
Yeah, and Sinister, this is what he's holding over Psylocke. I can bring her back, but you gotta do this for me.
Mm-hmm. And we've been getting hints of that here and there all throughout Hellions, but this is the first full, here it is on the table, this is what's at stake.
Yeah. Really shouldn't have gone to Sinister in Fallen
No.
Angels. That was a bad call
No.
by, I think it was Magneto that told her to do that. Yeah,
I think it was Magneto that told her to do that. That was an absolutely terrible call.
Yeah. But yeah, she doesn't want to hear her speak and is off to go do the mission. And yeah, we're in the Sinister jet. The Sonic Sinister.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me, his name is Clive?
No, I mean the jet's called the Sonic Sinister.
No,
the AI is called Clive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got an AI. It talks. It has very good things to say about Mr. Sinister, and it is going to remind everybody to not use the main bathroom, only the escape pod bathroom.
Mm-hmm. And while they're all flying on their way to this right base, Nanny is trying to get a plan in place to, knock through this shielding of concrete, what they're gonna do, again, very locked in here, but nobody else is paying attention.
I want to give another shout out here to this Greycrow Wild Child conversation. This is kind of adorable. It's again Greycrow just being like, "You look good, man. Like, how you feeling?" And he just like starts talking about a she-wolf. Greycrow's very happy to hear this. He's just like, "Yeah, man, go get her."
You do you, buddy.
Yeah. Empath calls them weird. It's just cute. I like it. And yeah, Havoc has some conversations with Psylocke to have here.
Mm-hmm. Or tries to, anyway. He really wants to know what Psylocke was doing, protecting Mr. Sinister back there.
What a guy.
And what a guy. And she pretty much completely blows him off. She doesn't even give him a yes or a no answer. She just lets him talk and then has Clive hold a course, which is going to be a collision course into the right space.
Yeah. And just kind of tells him, okay, we gotta get in the escape pod. And everybody is told to hurry up into the escape pods while Clive begs for his life.
Mm-hmm. I kind of do feel bad for Clive here. The poor guy. He's just being used to send a message, as Psylocke puts it.
Yeah. It is basically that. Havoc questions her. Sinister said, "Please do not mess with the AI." Before they went on this mission. And yeah, he apparently worked hard to train this thing, and yeah, it just crashes the ship into the Right's headquarters.
Yep, I do think it's pretty silly that the AI can't course correct by itself.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, whatever. It makes it work.
Yeah, it's like, I'll take it.
Clive cannot use escape pod. Please reconsider.
Uh-huh.
I do like, however, how one of the few full panel like pages here is used for Clive destroying himself.
Yeah, it's just the jet just slamming into the Right's headquarters while Sinister screams Clive.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff.
Just fantastic use of panels.
I like how the escape pod just bounces out with a thud and a thunk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very, very good comic book sounds.
Makes a katitch and a skunk as the door flies off. It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's kind of a fun line here. Havoc is like, "Hey, do you think you proved something?" And Nanny just chimes in with, "She got through the concrete perimeter." And it's just it's a very small line, but I think it really just kind of like shows like where Nanny and Wildchild's heads are at right now. We only care about the mission.
Yeah. No, anything else does not matter at all. They're taking things very literally, more so than they did before.
Yeah.
We're greeted by robots.
Yeah. Some speaking of AI, here's some robots.
Here's some robots. Here's some smiley robots.
Yeah.
The traditional look of the robots that they use for the right ever since they were introduced.
I mean, only one of
actually
them
changed.
is smiling.
Yeah, the other one is frowning.
Yeah, he is frowning, but they are called smileys, even if they are frowning.
Yeah, they are. I like the way these guys talk.
They're very chatty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they have that fun quirk of speech where, because they can't do tone, they say what tone they're going to be speaking in, and then they say whatever they're going to be saying.
Yeah, it'll be like agitated thought, subhuman swine, or like agitated thought, die mutant scum is two of like the lines here. It's very funny. But yeah, we quickly realize we're in a fight. Psylocke warns everybody to fan out. Wildchild and Nanny just run past these guys.
They are so ready.
Yeah, they trash the robots, and yeah.
Yeah, the robot even screams as it is being destroyed by Nanny and Wildchild.
Yeah.
Havoc is so distraught at what's happening.
Yeah, he's like...
Yeah, no, Havoc is not okay.
His face is just of utter surprise as he sees these two demolish these robots.
Yeah, it's just like, what's happening here? Wildchild is disappointed there's no blood.
Uh-huh.
Yep. I'm more happy that Nanny can actually have some melee fighting, because the one time we could have seen her fight, she died in the opening seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's like Shoryukening this robot.
Yeah.
Yes. Just with her fist.
Uh-huh.
It's awesome.
Yeah, she came in with like just uppercuts. It's incredible. Like, but yeah, they're quickly interrupted by Cameron Hodge, saying like, "Sorry to disappoint you about the blood. I know you guys love to murder."
The pure human race. Dun dun dun.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not happy to see him, and that's the end of issue 7.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We jump right into 8 since it's
next.
Yeah, it is just a direct follow-up, so we'll definitely jump into that one before we discuss these.
Did you guys know the soul of a man does not hate? The hate is a separate thing, cumbersome armor forged in neglect and fear.
Very deep. Very deep.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Nightcrawler.
opening Clone Wars scroll.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But this is Hellions number 8, The Grinning Neonate. This was released in January of 2021 and is still written by Zeb Wells. And we get our nice opening quote from Nightcrawler there before we jump right back in.
I love how Havoc's is still in shock in the cover here. Like exact same face expression.
Yeah.
You could copy-paste it from the panel in the previous issue.
Mm-hmm.
He's
That's pretty much him for this little arc here, is just he is horrified and shocked the entire time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, for the most part. But yeah, we start off in the heat of battle. Not really the heat of battle. We're still in the bantering phase, as Havoc says, just starts calling out Hodge, who's doing his little taunting thing that you were gifted eternal life by a demon, and then just kind of in the middle of Hodge's response, Wildchild and Nanny just rush past.
Mm-hmm.
And just say like, okay, we're going to the ship. Bye. And Cameron is like very upset about this. Like,
yeah, He's like, I'm in the middle of my speech. What are you doing?
Yeah, like I'm doing a villain thing here. Like, what? You can't just do that.
Yeah,
But
it's fun. I like it. It reminds me of gosh, what is it? I think it's Final Fantasy Origins. It was that weird not Sekiro. It was that weird like Neo game. It was made by the same group. But where the lead of that game is all about chaos. And there's a point in that game where he does something very similar to this, where there's a villain monologuing about death and destroying everybody, and the main character just jumps up in the middle of it and punches him in the face and is like, I don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this feels like a trope by now, where there's a villain monologuing and it's subverted somehow.
yeah,
Mhm.
just like,
But yeah, that Final Fantasy is fantastic, by the way.
Yes, it is a very fun game. It takes itself so seriously that it becomes funny.
It's great.
Yeah, it's a wonderful game. I recommend it.
Yeah, they run past him. I love how they interrupt the speech bubble he's in the middle of by talking
oh
on
yeah,
top
it's
of it.
great. Yeah,
And so their speech bubbles are overlaid on top of the camerons, and you can't really tell what he's saying. It's fun.
yeah, he just like tries to continue the speech in the next panel as he like just looks over at them as they just run past.
Uh-huh.
Just like cuts himself off as he realizes what is happening. But yeah, tells two of the smiley robots to or well, not two of them, just some of the smiley robots to go hunt down Wild Child and Nanny, and looks like the rest of the group is gonna fight Cameron Hodge and the rest of the smileys.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, almost all the rest of them, because Empath is like, I'm gonna get out of here. They don't have brains. My powers are useless. I'm leaving.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not. No. But maybe someone should give him a weapon of some kind?
Yeah. Like,
That seems like a good idea if you have somebody who can control people and there's no people.
yeah, he is a normal dude essentially in this fight. Like the only thing he can control is his own teammates, which doesn't do them too much good when they all have the same, goal here. But yeah, runs off. Grey Crow says there he goes, and the three of us are gonna fight, or the three of yeah.
And fight they do, as they all, take on individual smiley robots, doing their best, before unfortunately being caught by these power dampening collars that all of them get around their neck. So Havoc becomes useless. Psylocke does still have her sword, but she's getting distracted by Havoc being useless. Thankfully, Grey Crow does still have the power of guns.
I just want to point out, Hodge calls them strong mutant stallions at one point, which is just incredibly racist and gross.
Yes, it's awful, and I hate it because he says to geld them.
Yeah.
And it's bad.
Uh-huh.
All of this, his entire persona and what he's going for, which is a religious cult leader who is, humans are supreme, mutants are beneath them kind of thing. It helps that this is the Hellions, where everything is just kind of ridiculous on its face, so it's hard to take him seriously at all. But he's definitely got a very, very gross manner of speech.
Yeah. But luckily it's contrasted with the smileys, who are kind of hilarious. I like how they correct him here. One of them just says metaphorical inconsistency, female mutant present. It's fun stuff. But yeah, fight does not seem to be going super well with the collars here.
Mm-mm. There's even a moment where Psylocke is about to get shot in the face, but thankfully one of the smileys has, again, a bit of a funny moment where it says, Are we sure we need to shoot this? Because there's a very minimal difference between humans and mutants.
Yeah, spare mutant scum?
And no, Hodge mind override. You gotta kill him.
Yeah, but Grey Crow shoots the smiley before it can really do much. This says too much talking here, just kind of as a callback to Wild Child and Nanny. And I like the kind of response here, because Cameron Hodge just turns around and says agreed, which was the other line there. It's just clever. Collars are still kind of messing it up, and Grey Crow can't actually use any of these weapons aside from that. So That's not good.
Bad.
Yeah.
And they are surrounded.
Yeah. Meanwhile, two of the Smileys are talking about how they are kind of out of the circuit of Cameron Hodge here, so they can, talk about how this code might be corrupted. Maybe they shouldn't be doing this.
It's this really fun little sequence here where it seems like the AI is getting their own little bit of sentience here once they're out of the hive mind, and they really need to figure out what to do.
Yeah,
and as they're just kind of talking about it, Nanny and Wildchild just come in and absolutely slaughter both of them.
Yeah, they're sitting here talking about defecting, and then Wildchild and Nanny just pull a solid snake.
They're almost kind of vaguely horror monsters at this point.
Yeah.
Just running in and massacring anything they find.
Yeah, and they still seem focused as they're going into the ship, and Nanny spots something interesting, which we will find out what that is later.
I love how the ship is kind of like a mix between Samus's ship and an arachnid.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like a little spider thing.
It's
Yeah.
kind of funny.
Yeah, it's fun. I did like how Sinister, we didn't mention it, but Sinister does call that out in the first one of this arc, where he's like, I don't know why it's a weird spider thing that's also vaguely egg-shaped. But we're not really going to question it. It's Nanny's aesthetic.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Cameron Hodge is preaching.
Yes, it's a long preach, very religious, but the one part that you do need to catch here is Hodge is able to use a version of the techno-organic virus with himself and the robots in order to control them.
Yeah.
Which is gonna come into play later.
But yeah, the robots come up and say, hey, we found Empath. Empath says, oh yeah, I gave you a fight, and they're like, no.
No, you didn't.
And Hodge gets right in his face. Empath goes to try to control him.
Which would be a bad move if it worked.
Yeah. Hodge just grabs him by the mouth and says, break him. And dude just gets absolutely decked by one of the Smileys, and this looks brutal.
And it's not just decked, it's decked in the back of the head where your spine meets your skull. A really bad place to get hit.
Yeah. And yeah, again, Empath is a regular dude.
Yeah, he does not have super strength. I don't even know if he really works out. He's just a guy. If you get punched by a robot in the back of the head, as Grey Crow says, you're not getting up from that.
Yeah, but Empath isn't quite done yet. Comments he couldn't find his mind, which Hodge says some nonsense about God, and Empath just kind of laughs and says, it wasn't a miracle. There's nothing there. You're a robot.
Which, again, great. I really like the pacing of this entire moment, because it's really paced out really well as the pages go on, of Empath being like, well, yeah, I couldn't get you because you're a robot. And Cameron Hodge is like, oh no, I'm fine. I'm not a robot. I'm human. Look, I will even ask one of the robots, is Cameron Hodge here? And then they go, no.
Yeah. And, the response value, okay, so you're incapable of harming Cameron Hodge. Yes. And then he says, then fire on me.
and there's that brief moment of the gun charging up where Cameron Hodge is like, see, it worked, and then he gets shot to pieces.
This is such a good meltdown.
Yeah.
It is.
Empath just laughing and saying this is awesome, just kind of in the middle of this, is very good. This is great.
Yeah, it's actually a good Empath moment,
yeah.
Which is a surprising thing to say.
Yeah, Empath again just kind of gets some comeuppance here as he just kind of laughs as he's sitting here bleeding. Cameron Hodge is dead.
Literally self-destructs.
Yeah.
Yep. He gets this really cool Terminator look where he is definitely a robot skeleton underneath all of that fake flesh, and does repeatedly get shot to death by all the Smileys, who are very thankful that they're now free of the Hodge mind.
Thank you, mutant scum. Meanwhile, back in the shell, Wildchild and Nanny have the labs intact. It's good to go. We can make him a new suit.
Yep, time to go.
Yeah, maybe a little bit worrying, as Wild Child does mention, hey, Ament isn't done with us, and you can feel that too, right? And Nanny's like, yeah, no other question.
Yeah. Grey Crow, meanwhile, is over here by Empath saying, like, hey, good move, kid. You want to go to the healing gardens or the hatchery? He's dead. Empath is gone, and he just is like, okay, I guess we're going to the hatchery. This feels like one of the first time that, like, Grey Crow has some, like, genuine respect for Empath.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is, to be fair, probably his coolest death that he's actually had.
Yeah. Cannot have a Hellions mission without a loss.
Yeah.
Yes, especially if it's Empath's loss.
Yeah, I think Empath has died on literally all of these.
Yes, he has. He's not very durable.
The Kid Omega of the team, if you.
Yes, absolutely.
God, I wish Kid Omega died every time he went on.
I think he might have.
He has for a lot of them. To be fair, it's been a while since we have read an X-Force.
Yeah. Well, and a non-X of Swords X-Force, but yes.
Yes.
But yeah, Havoc asked if we're cool. Yeah, we are.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Havoc is over there making some friends while Psylocke is off doing her own little side mission at the control panel.
We are family, mutant scum. And yeah, Psylocke is sitting here having a conversation as Grey Crow walks in, and apparently she's silent to Krakoa. The AIs are evolving and thinking because of the techno-organic virus. They think they're close to self-replication. This is getting pretty close to AI. That's a big no-no for Krakoa.
Yeah, it's not. It should be an official law, honestly, with how much they're very worried about it. As Moira found out. Usually it's either humans are the problem at the end, or it's robots that are going to be a problem at the end, specifically AI.
And it seems like it's more AI than not. So like we usually gotta nip that in the bud if it seems like it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, so she has, while talking to Magneto and Sage, downloaded a virus into this database, and it is going to take care of all of the Smileys and this problem.
Yeah. Grey Crow asked her if do you think they're alive, and she just responds she has to. Like, this is what her daughter is.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah. So like that's kind of why she's at it at this point. Like, this is something that isn't going to be easy for her. John offers to just do it for her. He will press the button, and Psylocke just says, like, you don't want to do that. That's like, I see you don't want to be this person anymore. Like, I will do this. Like, it's okay.
Which I think is an interesting read of Grey Crow. Especially considering his history, which is, I slaughtered a bunch of innocent mutants down in some sewers.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily known as the best person out there, and is known as a killer.
Yeah.
So for her to come through with this and be like, well, no, I can see that you don't want to be that person.
And like, you do kind of get that vibe even from the first issue that he is trying to change. Like, he lets the Marauders, or, the former Marauders, not the former Marauders, the former Morlocks beat up on him and doesn't really rat them out. So, like, there is part of him that does seem to understand, like, he did these mutants dirty. And again, you kind of, like, get from his facial expressions when Psylocke is saying this. Again, this is very, I think, good art and paneling here. Grey Crow doesn't say a word here, but just from his facial expressions alone, you really get the impression Psylocke kind of hit the nail on the head here.
Mm-hmm. And he's so caught off guard, he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, like, she's right, he doesn't want to be that killer anymore. Meanwhile, Havoc is talking to the Smileys, convinces them, you don't really need to say mutant scum anymore.
I do like saying, so mutant scum is the Cameron Hodge of words.
Yeah, it's just
it's just not fun to hear.
He's like, yeah, empathic confirmation, understood, friend Havoc, and then he's very happy about it. And then the robot just says some stuff in Krakoa. Did you get a translation here, Chris?
Yes, all it says is my data burns.
Oh no.
Yeah, as the rest of them are in the middle of imploding, as they're saying mutant code, unimind corruption. They all realize what's going on.
False value mutant equals friend. Havoc is distraught as we just get an overlay over his face.
There's a lot of Havoc in Chuck.
Yeah, like
yes,
Nanny's.
Yes, I actually do really feel bad for him.
Yeah. And you just get the text over this panel of Nanny's journal entry 324. The Summers boy is upset. And like,
I think that's underselling it, Nanny. He's not upset. He is horrified by what just happened.
yeah.
Well, you're also terrified because he's turned into a chipmunk.
Yes. Yeah, Tim, you turned into a chipmunk again. I'm sorry, but your data has been corrupted.
Oh no! Was Team part of the Unimind?
I think he was. I don't know how we're going to tell everybody that he was also a smiley. I'm sorry to say.
Does your code burn, Tim?
Oh, wait, is this what Krakoan sounds like? Does it sound like chipmunk?
That's really funny.
Could you imagine someone like Apocalypse and he's speaking and that's what he sounds like?
We'll eventually get like the animated version of the Krakoa stuff, and it's all chipmunk talk. Like when Apocalypse is saying what his name is now, it just sounds like a chipmunk.
Yeah, it's just a really quick like chipmunk sound.
Yeah, that's fun. All right, let's wait for Tim to get his audio back, and we'll be right back. This would work so much better if we were doing like a Squirrel Girl podcast.
Okay, we're back for real this time.
Mm-hmm. We found out that there was a fake Tim here for a little bit, but that one has fortunately gone away. All of that, evil Krakoan virus got rid of it. So now we're back with the real Tim. Welcome back.
I don't know. I haven't. Where are we in the discussion? I haven't actually been here.
Oh, we're closing out the second issue of.
Oh, man, I'm.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any thoughts about the robot baby?
Not really.
Smiley baby.
It's a very funny design. It's just
It is a very silly design.
Nanny's not going to tell anybody about it. But she wants to raise this child.
Nope.
She's got herself a little baby Smiley.
And as we have learned from her and all of the little bits that we've been told, boy, she really likes just taking babies from parents. And this time, there is no parents for this little robot baby. So it's like the perfect gift for her.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of a win-win here.
Yep. So we close out this issue on another data page about the Hesoid. I don't know how to say this word. The Hesoid protocol.
I was gonna say Hesiod.
Hesiod. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hesiod protocol.
That's my guess, anyway.
And yeah, it's about AI.
It's basically a written version of the anti-AI protocols for Krakoan operatives. Pretty much, AI is a discovery. It is not an invention. If we find any sign that it is going to happen, you stamp that thing out.
Yeah, we got to get rid of this thing.
Yep.
It's a discovery, not an invention. We're not going to tolerate the embers. We're just going to get rid of it. And yeah, that's our AI protocol here.
Which, hey, you know what? Considering what Moira has seen, an absolutely fine protocol to have.
Yeah. So that's our 2 issues of Hellions. What do we think of this little mini arc?
It was alright. I am not the biggest fan of Hellions, but I do think this is a fun team of doofuses.
Yeah, I like
Yes.
our little band of misfits here.
Yeah. I think that the concept behind the mission is a little contrived. I can't imagine that the ship is the only place where you could get a suit for Orphan Maker, but whatever, it works.
Yeah.
It's a vehicle for the plot to move along and more wacky things to happen with the band of misfits, so I'm pretty okay with it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, yeah, not too much to write home about, it's another wacky adventures with the Hellions.
Yeah, I am very happy that we got the Fallen Angel stuff here.
Yes,
that
I
is a really
agree.
good one.
I cannot.
I do want to see that being like recycled into a plot.
Yeah,
here.
I'm very glad we picked up on it as well. It does make sense as like a continuation of that plot. Like, yeah, that's like if Sinister was gonna have something over Psylocke, it makes sense it came from Fallen Angels. But yeah, we want to go to New Mutants number 14 here.
Yeah.
Sure. So, with New Mutants number 14, Welcome to the Wild Hunt. This was released in December of 2020 and is written by Vita Ayala. They have written a few things before. I believe they also partially wrote one of the Empire tie-ins, if I remember correctly.
Yes, they were on one of the Empire
Yes.
tie-ins, I believe. So I think that's all they have done with the X-Men at this point. But yeah, they are gonna be on New Mutants from this point on.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, just kind of a quiet shuffling of writers here. Still the same artist.
Yeah. Is this the same artist?
I was fairly certain it was. Am I wrong?
I don't know. This art looks
Yeah,
nuts. It could be, but I'm not sure.
I mean, I feel like New Mutants has had different artists,
Yeah.
but this is definitely one of them. Like I've definitely seen this artist here before. Am I?
Yeah, because when I think of New Mutants art, this is the style I'm thinking of.
They did issue number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it now.
Oh, yeah, I know what you
They
mean.
did issue number 1 as
Yeah,
well.
okay. Yeah, this
Yeah, I'm browsing through these.
I believe this artist is
They
going
definitely did
to
some
be
earlier
on
ones.
most of the Vita issues from this point onward. Very happy about that. I think this art rules.
Yeah, that's good
Yeah.
news.
Yes.
I really wanted to shout that out specifically. I think this looks great. But yeah,
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I really like the sketch.
Yeah, it's like a
look,
sketchy
but
style.
It's also got like a chalky texture to the colors, which is very cool.
Yeah.
Yes, it's almost a more solid watercolor.
Yeah.
That's the feeling I get from it, especially the color choices.
Yeah. But yeah, we start off in Egypt.
So, yep, and not just Egypt, but in the 16th century, because we are going to get a very brief introduction to one of the many new characters in this. Not new to X-Men, but new to us. This is the childhood of the mutant child known as Amal Farouk.
Yep, this is the Shadow King. This is a very famous X-Men villain. Was the overarching villain of Legion. For all 3 of you that have seen that show, it's a good show. People should watch it.
Shout out to you Legion fans.
Yeah.
But pretty brief here. We get to see him as a child where he is with his father as his father works the markets. He learns that he does have mutant powers where he can control people's minds, and he pretty much just uses that to make the place safer.
Yeah. Just wants to help out his family.
Unfortunately, that doesn't last very long because a plague does come to the market, and unfortunately his father does pass away, leaving him alone. And it's at that moment that a creature from the darkness comes out and seduces him with the idea of power and not being lonely ever again. And even though Farouk is going to take the name the Shadow King, this entity here in the shadows is actually the Shadow King.
Yeah.
So, a little confusing, but I'll try and break it down just a little bit more. So the Shadow King, both this entity and Amal Farouk, was introduced in X-Men 117 in 1978. They are separate entities, but they have been bonded for an extremely long time. In fact, I'm pretty sure ever since they were introduced, they have been together. While Amal is a human mutant, the Shadow King is an entity theorized to be the dark multiversal manifestation of evil in the human consciousness. It's not actually confirmed or not what it is, other than that it does exist in multiple realities. However, it does require a host to exist in that world. So kind of picture a giant octopus, and its different tentacles are in different realities, and those individual little pieces are different Shadow Kings. And there is a main entity somewhere out there that we do not know.
So the Shadow King, what you're saying, is a Cthulhu monster.
Yes, absolutely.
Makes sense. I buy it.
Definitely some cosmic horror in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we cut to
but as Tim said, he's been around forever.
Yeah. This is he's existed for a bit. This is not a very deep pool here. But yeah, we cut to a data page here. The mutants are bored. The bonfire has ended.
Yeah, the eternal bonfire dance party is over. Now there are these young mutants who are bored, they're depressed, they have no education, there's no community, they're making trouble. Someone should really deal with this.
Yeah, we have a signed letter here from a lot of the New Mutants and James Proudstar, who's New Mutant adjacent.
I want to say we actually did discuss this at one point in an earlier New Mutants issue where we were talking about the kids, saying, there is no real system for them. They're kind of just let to run wild.
Yeah. And yeah,
it seems like somebody else had the same idea.
Yeah, but the New Mutants have picked up on that, and they say we gotta do something with these kids. Professor X's response, yeah, sounds good. Sounds like y'all need to be on that and have fun raising an army. I don't know if this is the best solution to the problem.
Yeah, the way they go about it is a little questionable. I do think it's funny that Xavier's response is, "Thanks for volunteering. Good luck."
Yeah, because
it is so hand wavy.
Yeah, it's at no point did they volunteer in that statement, and Xavier just said like, "All right, sounds good. Have fun with that." Yeah,
so dismissive.
Yeah. Yeah, this does not give me much confidence in the Quiet Council and Xavier just in general. But yeah, we're back in the Academius habitat, and we're having a conversation here between Karma and Moonstar. Specifically, two of the New Mutants that sent this letter, the other two being Wolfsbane and Magic. And again, mentioned James Proudstar, who we haven't really met yet.
Yes, we're going to meet him pretty soon. But Karma is having some trouble sleeping. She's been having a lot of nightmares, especially since that run-in with Cosmar, where she did see her dead parents, and you can imagine that causes a lot of problems. So Danny's trying to help her walk through it and figure it out. Until, of course, Magic and Warlock come in and kind of ruin the mood.
Yeah. And it seems like she's seeing someone specifically, these visions, but she's not sure who this is.
Yes. I was very excited to see Cosmar mentioned here. I've been more than once about to remind people of Cosmar in this podcast because I remember being excited about her as a new character, and she's disappeared.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just not being here at all.
Yeah. It's very cool to hear mentioned here. I agree.
I do think it's one.
I did enjoy the Cosmar mention.
Yeah.
Yes, and I do think it is one of the biggest downsides to massive line-wide events. Is a lot of stuff does just kind of have to get shoved to the side for a while, and Cosmar unfortunately was one of those things.
Yeah. And I get it.
For all we know, she's been hanging out with the creepy twins.
Yeah.
For the better part of like however many months.
Yeah, just hanging out with Maxine and Man, and they're not good influences. But yeah, Warlock and Magic wander in here to kill the vibe. Warlock is a little bit sad because Cypher is busy hanging out with his new wife.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't want to bug them.
Yeah. Magic gets like a vase of coffee to drink.
Mm-hmm. Again. She has done this before, and I appreciate that it is the running vibe.
Yeah. A little bit of a little bit of a vibe killer here as Karma just kind of storms off and Moonstar's like, we're kind of doing a thing. And Wolfsbane's also here to comment that, she's been having nightmares. Like, I hear her screaming sometimes.
Yeah, and Magic's like, oh, well, don't be ashamed of that. We all have demons. Some of us literally.
Yeah. But
they get a knock at the door as our friend James Proudstar is here. So as Tim mentioned, this is the brother of John Proudstar, who is one of the original mutants of the X-Men that unfortunately died in his second or third appearance and has stayed dead since then.
Yeah, he has not been brought back to life. Not like original ones, but yeah, he showed up in the first like giant size X-Men in 75, like the big kind of reboot of the X-Men. And yeah, is like one of the big comic book deaths that like has just never come back. I think it was like the first like X-Men death as well. This is his brother, who was on the Hellions, the original version that were Emma Frost's students. was actually, on the team with Empath, but was always kind of someone that, like, was kind of known as being a little bit more heroic than the rest of the Hellions. Ended up joining X-Force. He has been around on, like, X-Men related stuff for, like, a while.
Yeah. I mean, he was introduced in New Mutants number 16 in 1984. But like Tim said, he has been on the Hellions, he's been on X-Force, he has been on the X-Men proper. He has powers very similar to his brother, which is super strength, speed, stamina, endurance, the whole gamut.
Yeah. I think he might have taken his name as well for like a little bit, but I believe he's back to Warpath now. But I believe there was a period he was just going by Thunderbird. But yeah, he shows up here wearing what I can only describe as a 80s camp counselor uniform.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's a tank top, very short shorts, and a whistle. Apparently Magic and Wolfsbane jokingly told him this was the uniform, and he just stuck with it. And the impression that you kind of get from Warpath is he's doing this, like, dressing like this on purpose now.
Yes, it's not a joke if I take it seriously.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I like these clothes.
But with the final...
Yeah.
With the final member here, they now have to go terrorize a couple of students. And we're definitely about to see the beginning of that.
Yeah, we're having little group fights here.
There are a lot of new characters here. I'm going to go over some of them at the end of this little fight here, but not all of them, because there are about 8 new characters here.
Yeah. Fauna is the little green...
Well, 7 if you don't count Anol.
Yeah. Fauna is the little green guy. We saw it, like, in, like, House of X1, I think.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure we've seen him before.
Yeah. But yeah, we have a little group fight. It's the Ferals versus the Elementals.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
And these are all, younger mutants, early teens, if not just kids.
Yeah.
So on Team Feral, we have Anol, Scout, Fauna, and Nature Girl. On Team Elementals, we have Rainboy, Petra, Sprite, and Dust.
I'm
we're
so
see them
excited
go at it.
to see Scout. We'll talk about it a little bit more. We've seen Petra before. She was one of the people that was with Vulcan, I believe.
Oh, was she?
I think so. Petra and Sway.
You're right. Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, and I think we've seen Anoli a couple of times, but yeah, the rest of these are pretty new.
We've seen Anol before. He's been around. But for the rest of them, not really, unless they were background characters that didn't say anything.
Yeah. Anyway, the Ferals get, like, washed here.
Yes, they do. The Elementals are a little bit too strong. They really don't have much of a chance against, people who can throw rocks and also just control and create water.
Yeah, it's a little rough here.
I do like Nature Girl's power, though.
I do, too. I also like her look. She's just kind of got, like, antlers. And that's, like, about it.
It looks like antlers, but it's actually, like, branches.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Oh, I love that.
I love that look.
Yeah,
that is fantastic.
It is a good look. But yeah, the battle goes for
again,
about
there are
2 pages here before the Ferals just kind of give up.
Yeah. And again, there are, a good handful of characters here. I'm going to go over just a few of them because we are going to see them later. So for instance, we have Rainboy. His name is Carl Alston. He was introduced in X-Men number 171 in 2005. The only thing of note about him is that he was on Gambit's student squad called the Chevalier, and that was all he did.
Okay, fair enough. He's made of rain. It's kind of
not
fun.
Much about him.
He's a little waterman.
Yep. Yep, that's about it for him. And then we have, I think, Tim and mine's favorite. Gabrielle Kinney, also called Gabby, also called Scout, and sometimes Honey Badger. She was introduced in All New Wolverine number 2 in 2015. She is a clone of Laura Kinney, who is a clone herself of Wolverine. So Scout is a clone of a clone.
Yeah, she rules.
And she's awesome. I am going to say that forever. She is so cool. We don't get a lot of her in this issue, but I have to say, after reading All New Wolverine, she's awesome.
Yeah,
she is so cool. She's such a good character.
She's just a little Wolverine kid, and she's just kind of like a breath of fresh air, just like a little bright little ray of sunshine. She has a pet honey badger or pet Wolverine named like Jonathan, I think, and like big fan of that.
Yeah, it's Jonathan.
Yeah, like
her specific thing. Other than, being a clone of Wolverine, she does have her own claws. But specifically, one of the other mutations that she got is she can't feel pain at all.
Yeah.
So you could, punch her or whatever. She's not going to feel it. For her, that could also come across in really funny ways. There is at one point in All New Wolverine where she makes friends with Deadpool. And, she and him, they kind of have like banter back and forth for a while, and then they have to split up. So she gives him a gift, and I believe it's her middle finger.
Oh.
That she just cuts off and then gives to him because she's like, I don't feel it, and it'll grow back. It's fine.
Yeah, it's chill. But anyone else we want to go over here?
Not at the moment. There's one more person that we have to go over later, but she's not here just yet.
Okay. Do we have anything new to say about Anole? I don't know if we went into him too much.
No, I don't have anything specific about him. I believe I did go over him, but I can double check. Oh, no, it looks like I did not go over him, but unfortunately I don't have anything on him at the moment.
Okay.
Unless you know some more about him, Tim.
No, I know nothing about Anole. We'll come back to Anole. Next time we cover New Mutants, we'll just make a note of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He will also be a decently major part of this run.
So after that initial fight is over, the teachers, say, hey, good job. You guys are using and refining your powers. Now watch the pros do it.
Yeah. And we're going to split into teams here. Warpath, Karma, and Warlock versus Magic, Moonstar, and Wolfsbane. This seems very one-sided. This is an unfair team matchup here. Like, you can't put Magic and Moonstar together. That's messed up.
Yes, that is just cheating. You're going to get free arrow shots wherever you want.
Also, my brief skim here of Anole is that he was on New Mutants. He was introduced in 2003 in New Mutants #2. I think joined the new X-Men for it. Just has been kind of just around and just,
Okay.
He is apparently, he had a very close relationship with Northstar, and I don't know if it was confirmed, but he, was like strongly alluded to being gay for a very long time until it eventually was confirmed.
Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of his whole deal. We're having fights here. And
we get some cool power combos.
Yeah, specifically we're doing little synergy things, otherwise known as mutant circuits.
Yeah, I was about to say they call it synergy. It's basically just mutant circuits in a different name.
Yeah.
Or its original name, if you wanted to call it that.
Yeah, I do find these less interesting than the more involved ones. Like, if we're going to call them circuits, but sure.
Yeah.
They're cool, like, duo attacks.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is what you'd get in, like, an RPG if you were to, like, level them up at the same time or something like that.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, this is like the fun little duo interactions. Like, oh, if I put this character and this character together, this is their special attack. But if I do this and this... Yeah. It's fun, we're going to see if for some reason Wolfsbane is put through one of Magic's portal, 5 Wolfsbanes come out for some reason. And then if you get Warpath and Warlock together, he gets a really cool mech suit.
Yeah.
And just a lot of really fun little things.
And we have a good little fight until it seems like they're surrounded, the Warpath, Warlock, and Karma team, and we just give up. And that's the end of the fight. The crowd goes wild. Also, do you see who's in the crowd here, Sergio?
I, again, stood up, I clapped. I did a fist bump because Cosmar is here.
Cosmar is here.
She's watching.
Yeah.
She's here.
She made it out of the cell.
Yeah.
She did it.
Well,
someone forgot about her for long enough and she just got out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I refuse to believe that anyone was actively thinking about Cosmar.
It's just like, I think she just escaped. Yeah.
Or the twins gave up and were like, sure, just go.
Yeah, like it's fine. You made it out. So we just kind of talk about we're doing some synergies. We're gonna restructure your groups a little bit, and we're just gonna have you guys practice those. And Gabby wants to know, what if we become more dangerous? Wolfsbane's like, don't worry about it. We got resurrection now. If you die, you die. It's chill. But Gabby seems concerned here. Like, what if she dies?
Yeah, and she's got a good point. And I did the opposite, or not the opposite, but I did what Sergio did when this first came out, and I fist bumped the air and I said, finally someone is asking this question, which is, hey, they're not bringing back clones if they die. We didn't bring back Madeline Pryor. What happens if I die? I'm a clone. Am I not going to come back?
She also mentions Evan here, who is Kid Apocalypse is who that is. It's like a time-displaced version of Apocalypse. He just kind of disappeared. I guess he's dead. And yeah, we haven't brought him back. And yeah, Gabby's worried because she is a clone of a clone. So does she get to come back if she dies? And why?
Yeah, she raises a very good point, and knowing that she's a clone of clone makes it make a lot more sense that she's asking this. But even before I knew that these are pretty good questions that people should be asking.
Yeah, like it's weird that we don't have like Madeline Pryor. They straight up just said no to. Like that's a bit of a red flag. Like that seems like a big deal. And the New Mutants don't really have much to say here. Magic just kind of gives her a look and just says, like, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah. She goes like, did you know Mr. Sinister is in the council?
Yeah, it's like,
hey, has anyone noticed how the evil villain guy is in the council?
Yeah, and that's like in response to someone being like, maybe it's because she was like, killed people, and she's just like, yeah, so like everyone here did.
Yes, Apocalypse did, Mr. Sinister did, and they're on the council.
Yeah,
like, thank you for pointing this out.
Yeah, and the Magic is just kind of like waves her off a little bit, just as like Madeline was actively harmful. We couldn't really have her back. Evan might be in the resurrection queue. It's fine. Everyone dismissed, and this doesn't seem to really like ease Gabby here, and it shouldn't. Like this is kind of a non-answer. Like this doesn't really help at all.
Yeah, and you can tell just by her face and her response of "I guess" that she does not think this is comforting at all. This did not answer her question or help in any sort of way.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Rainboy, Anul, and Cosmar are walking off here, commenting they're gonna be late. And
hey, but don't worry, he'll wait for us.
Yeah, and we cut to those three in a new character, walking along a log here.
Yeah, it's No Girl.
Yes, her name is No Girl, also known as Martha Johansson. She is from New X-Men number 118 from 2001. We don't actually know a lot about her past, other than the fact that she was captured by a villain supremacy group called the U-Men. They're another one of those groups that believe humanity is superior to mutants, but this group goes so far as to steal mutant DNA or mutants themselves to use their powers against other mutants, kind of, just controlling them. For No Girl, she got the worst end of it. When she was captured by the U-Men, they got rid of all of her body except for her brain, which they placed into a floating jar to keep her alive. And that's how she still is right now.
Yeah, she is a floating brain in a jar, yes. Can't even really talk, but is hanging out here.
Yeah, it seems like an absolutely horrific way to live.
And it's now that I can confirm, because, yeah, Cosmar's just here. Cosmar is going to be a major part of this run going forward. So, good news, Sergio.
This is when I realized that was the case. And I'm so happy about it.
Yeah, we did not forget Cosmar.
I truly cannot describe how excited I am for the rest of this run.
I know, yeah, because she had that whole thing when we first met her, and then she really was just shoved off into a little cage, and then we never saw her again until now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Also, going back to No Girl for a second, wouldn't it make more sense to resurrect her as an actual person?
Yes.
I don't think she has died, but yes, I agree.
Yes, that's the whole problem of it, is she has to die for that to happen, and
she could go into that Colosseum place and just kill herself.
I mean, maybe she doesn't want to get, hit like a baseball by Apocalypse or something, which, hey, don't blame you.
Yeah.
Eh.
But yeah, we kind of do some little joking around here as a group, and tempers are flaring a bit. But
Mm-hmm.
we're a little bit mad.
Cosmar is getting a little better. She still can't fully control her powers, and this unfortunately makes Rainboy lose his form a little bit, but he's able to bring it back.
Yeah. And we get a little flirting here between Rainboy and Cosmar, as Cosmar is still just a little bit unsure of herself. She thought she was improving, but she still hates her powers. She doesn't like them. And yeah, also No Girl briefly talks through Anole. Anole doesn't like that too much. Makes his spine itch.
Yeah, again, a horrific existence to live in where, she cannot speak, she has to use somebody else.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. He shoves No Girl, which seems like a very mean thing to do for a brain in a jar with two very thin legs.
Yeah, I would agree. But yeah, they climb into a mountain.
A very...
The most evil mountain you've ever seen.
Yes, thank you. I was going to say, this is the most evil, like, scary-looking Disney mountain I have ever seen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And who was there but the Shadow King, just sitting here all creepy, like, as the kids sit around a campfire and go to tell him about their day, like their children coming home from a day at school. Just Rainboy learned something new today. Cosmar wants to go first.
Yep, and the Shadow King is very, very, very excited to hear their stories.
Uh-huh. Did you know that in the last few weeks, younger mutants in the habitat have an abundance of unstructured time, leading to, among other things, boredom and depression, lack of interest in furthering their understanding of their powers, lack of engagement, and lack of interest in building community beyond small in-groups. And this is kind of like the consequence of that.
Yeah.
Just falling into...
They climbed up to a creepy cave.
Yes.
They climbed up to a creepy cave one day, and they found a dude sitting in there, and he is... Yep.
Yep. It's very possible maybe they just don't know who that is, and they're like, well, clearly everyone on this island is a mutant, and we're all working together. Maybe we're just here to, be friends. Which, to be fair, we have not seen him do anything. We just know he is typically a bad guy, and with a name like the Shadow King.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. He's grinning, evilly.
Yeah. This dude does not seem on the level.
No.
But you are right. We have not seen him do anything, actually.
Yeah. We cut here to our last data page. It's a note here from Moonstar to Proudstar. Just saying, like, hey, sorry about, like, accidentally volunteering all of us to be teachers. But hey, we'll do good here. We're also going to keep journals. And here's some prompt questions. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just...
it'll make us better teachers.
Yeah. You gotta know yourself, I guess. It's kind of your standard prompts. This looks like random English class stuff.
It does. She says, like, it's not SAT questions or anything like that, but this does feel like something you would fill out maybe on, like, the first day of class if it's a get to know you, at least for a few of these. Or it's, hey, write these down and you'll figure out why you're, not happy all the time or something.
Yeah, this is... some icebreakers for like a counselor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's yeah, like I don't think any of these were supposed to be like anything deep, but yeah, it's like write about something that is currently frustrating to you, or who are the people in your life that make you feel the most like you can be yourself around, and what do they do to make you feel that way? It's just stuff like that. But yeah, and that's the end of our issue.
Yeah, I think this ending here, and really just the whole thing, it does a really good job of showing you what the writer wants to do with this story. We have you have different aspects here. You have the kids meeting with the Shadow King. You have the Shadow King himself. You have the New Mutants now having to be teachers. You have Gabby, who's trying to figure out where she fits in with all of this, with clones. And then you also have this little bit at the end, which is like, hey, look deeper inside yourself and try to figure these things out. It sounds like to me this is just giving you a bit of taste of what the focus of this writer is going to be, at least for what the story is they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. This feels like the closest we've gotten to what I wanted uh, a story to explore at some point regarding like daily life and what people are up to when they're not like part of the big teams, and all of that stuff. And this feels like, yeah, they're falling through the cracks. They're falling prey to like groomers are a thing on Krakoa
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I like it. I think this is a very valid direction to take things. It's like ripe with narrative stuff that we haven't really gotten a chance to explore yet. And like the amount of new characters we get because of that is also fascinating. I think it's also really fun to like get new people in and see what's up with their lives.
Yeah.
In this weird island.
So a lot of times when you kind of have like a soft reboot like this, a lot of characters kind of won't carry over from run to run. And you kind of get that here where not all of the New Mutants really made this over. We don't really have like Chamber around, for instance, even though he wasn't really around too much anyway. Cypher is not really here. But we did carry Cosmar over, which I'm very glad we did.
Yeah, I feel like I would resist the label of soft reboot because I don't think the New Mutants in particular have had a specific through line for the entirety of their run. They've mostly been like independent stories.
Yeah.
So this feels like just another one of these.
Yeah.
And it's not like they've all like stuck together all the time. They are definitely, I feel like, the team that crosses over with other stories the most, or at least one of the teams that crosses over with other stories the most. And it does make sense that like Cypher wouldn't be here.
Yeah, he's kind of got other stuff going on. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's...
Yeah, so it does feel very smooth to me. Like, I understand that there's a writer transition happening here, but like story-wise, I wouldn't really bat an eye if I was not aware of the writer changing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I think it also helps that, you know, like you said, New Mutants has already done that a little bit between Hickman and then another writer. So we're kind of used to it. It's not I don't want to say it's a short story collection because that's not accurate, but that's the closest approximation I can make of what this is there is the through line of this is the New Mutants, these are the younger mutants. But it's just, hey, here's this story, here's that story. What if we looked at this? What if we did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been very episodic.
I do think it was mostly because you did have that kind of split run, so I don't think either Hickman or Ed Brisson managed to really kind of like nail down the core identity of the book while they had their times with it. But yeah, I do think this is more of a... I like the direction we're going here. I do think we lost Glob though. So.
He's just imagine right now he has his little farm. He's taking care of the chickens.
Yeah.
He just wants a little quiet life.
And there is a lot to like in this. I definitely agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that'll be our episode here. Next episode, I'm sorry. We will be covering Marauders number 16, Excalibur number 16, and X-Force number 15. Getting back to some of the original books.
Yeah.
Gonna see what the Marauders have been up to. See what X-Force has been up to.
Yep. There is still some revenge that needs to be had about Kate dying at the hands of Sebastian Shaw. Excalibur has a lot to pick up on. And X-Force still had those little meat men that we never really figured out, so we're probably going to go back to that.
Yeah, I'm very excited to get back to the meat men. But yeah.
Yeah, nothing else about everything I said, just the meat men.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's do the sign-offs here.
Yeah, I will take us out. So if you have made it this far, thank you so much for listening. If you could give us a review on your podcasting app of choice, that would be great. It helps us get out there and find more people to join in this journey with us in this wonderful Krakoan era of X-Men comics.
Yeah.
If you would like to send a question, a message, maybe your favorite joke, if you're going to miss Glob or not, you can send that to studyofx@gmail.com, and we might just read it here on the podcast.
Please email us.
If Yes, Tim in particular is, especially since that smiley version of him is now gone. He's not too sure what to do and could use a friend.
Send us kind messages, please. Yeah.
Yeah, if you would like to follow this podcast on social media, you can do so on X, also known as Twitter, on Tumblr, and on Blue Sky. For all of those, it is under Study of X, so you just search that up and you'll be able to find it. If you are looking for me on any social media, I am on Blue Sky. I mostly post painting stuff. I've been getting into Warhammer still, and I'm painting a lot, and it's a problem. Please send help. But you can find me at Sawneeks, that is SAWNEEKS, and you can find all of my problem paintings. Especially if you like really cool dinosaurs. I'm really enjoying painting those. However, Sergio, if they are looking for you on social media, where can they find you if they want to show you more of these wonderful Cosmar fan arts that I'm sure are out there?
Oh, I'm just admiring your paintings over here on Twitter. They're fantastic, all of them.
Oh, thank you.
Huge fan of your work.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And Tim, if they are looking for you to let you know that you are free of the Hodge mind, where can they find you?
I'm in a cradle. I'm hanging out with Nanny.
That's a bad place to be.
Yeah.
That's a choice.
Yeah. Are you in a spacecraft that is kind of egg-like but with spider legs?
That's about where we're at. Yes.
Ooh, yeah. I'm really sorry, but I don't think we can help you there.
Please
Okay.
try though.
I don't think we can. I'm sure Orphan Maker will be back soon, and then you can have a really cool friend.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay, alright, good. That means we're gonna end this on a high note. But alright, everyone. Until next time, later, mutants.
Bye.
Bye.